Welcome to the Express Publishing Leirilivro presentation. My name is Sergio Gomes and I'm here to present Digi Up 9th Anno. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm an editorial consultant, taking information from the teachers, feed it into the editorial team. So Digi Up 9th Anno has been certified. It's in accordance to Essential Learning, Student Profile, and 21st Century Skills. We've tried to produce a new, innovative, different, clean book. We've cleaned the graphics, we've scaffolded every exercise. We tried to make it as inclusive as possible, both easy-friendly for the teacher and easy-friendly for the student. I'm going to take you through the book. But first, let's talk about the reading. What have we done here? We made the text more engaging, student-oriented. We've highlighted the more difficult words. We've created beautiful, dynamic, interesting, engaging videos to go with the reading. We've scaffolded the reading comprehension, made it more inclusive, and of course, we always end with a communicative exercise. Not only that, we focus on the more difficult parts of learning in terms of vocabulary learning within the text, by working idiomatic expressions and phrasal verbs. In order to communicate, we need words. So we really tried to make the vocabulary section of the book as interesting for the student also. Not only are we presenting new words, we're associating those words with images. We're playing with those words in different formats through games, through categorization, making vocabulary building a very interesting and dynamic process. So we've cleaned up our grammar boxes, we made them easy to follow, we have fantastic grammar videos that back them up.
Past simple versus past continuous. Let's look at the sentences below. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon in 1969. While they were exploring, they were collecting rocks and dust. What's the difference between the two? The first sentence uses the past simple and the second uses the past continuous. Keep watching to see why. Let's look at the affirmative form of these.
We also have created plenty of grammar tasks for the students to practice, and we've contextualized the grammar so the students see how grammar is used in communication. Listening is an important task, so we want the students to listen to real listening, so they hear what other students of the same age are talking about. So the listenings are in dialogue format. We have some comprehension that they can practice. The listening is in two speeds. We have normal speed or slow speed for those that have more difficulty. Speaking is another important task, something that obviously they want to do because they're learning a language. So we've tried to make it as simple and straightforward as possible. We've created dialogues. These dialogues reflect what students at that age would say, step by step, and at the same time, they're going to listen to the dialogues, so it's easy for them to be able to communicate. Teachers asked for video comprehension, and that's what exactly we did. We've created videos, up-to-date videos with modern actors and actresses that they can see in a context, and then we take it one step forward again, and they can do comprehension besides video. So if you want to lighten up your class and you don't want to do always reading comprehension, you'll always have the option of doing a video comprehension. What we do best is writing. That's what all the teachers tell me all the time. Except that we've taken it a step forward and we've created writing videos. But these writing videos will allow you to teach writing through a video. Students can see it over and over again. It focuses on the structure. We provide them a module. We give them the language that they have to use. And better yet, we teach them rubric analysis, a task that's so important so they're able to analyze the type of writing they have to produce. At the end of the module, we have a values lesson. And the values lessons cross-checks with the student profile. So we've taken a text, comprehension, cross-checking with the language they've learned in the module, and the student profile. We have a cross-curriculum, and that is at the end of the module. It's a separate lesson, it's optional, and this cross-checks with your DAC. So you can produce a project, and we also have a video associated with the theme of the project. Another extra lesson, which we have at the end of the module, is 21st century skills. 21st century skills, a skill that is very important is students be able to speak in public. And we have created a very guided public speaking lesson. Obviously, at the same time, we're going to cross-check with all the vocabulary and grammatical structure they learned in the module. It's there if you wish to use it. At the end of the module, you have the progress check, which summarizes what they have learned in the module. We're going to focus in two areas, especially grammar and vocabulary. We have the self-check also for self-assessment at the end. We have the festivities section at the end of the book, and we're going to give it a different touch. Not only are we going to look at the different types of festivals around the world, but the different types of cultures that celebrate those festivals. Global citizens lessons are found at the back of the book, and they deal with Sidaniya. So, covers the areas you have to teach Sidaniya in school, and there's a video interlinked with this lesson. Our extensive reading is The Hound of Baskerville, and we offer you plenty of reading comprehension, listening comprehension, critical thinking questions. A great way to get your students to read. At the back of the book, we have the Grammar Plus, and in this section, we've created a big bank of grammar exercises. We have the word list with words translated in Portuguese, pronunciation with practice, American versus British English, and the irregular verb list for your students to study. So within the book, we have a flip book. It's called the Digi Guide. And the Digi Guide is for self-study, and here we have grammar explained in Portuguese, and plenty of reinforcement exercises, not only for grammar, but for vocabulary also. So, what do you get upon adoption? You will get the hard copies of the teacher's book, the teacher's workbook, the pen drive. In the pen drive, you have the audios, you have the teacher's interactive ebook. And better yet, if you contact us at Leirilivro every year, we'll send you a new set. We've listened to you very carefully, so we've made the teacher's book smaller, lighter, easy to carry around. We've continued with the margins. There you can see the cross-check, the student profile, also essential learning. We have the answer keys for you. We have the tracks and their numbers, slow speed, normal speed. We also have all the inclusion, reinforcement worksheets. We have our assessment bank where you can get information, answer keys, etc. It's all there for you. We have the teacher's workbook. In the teacher's workbook, we have grammar explanations in Portuguese. We have scaffold practice exercises for inclusion. We have the answer key for the exercises. We have fun time, we have quick check, and we have self-check tests. We know that internet is a problem in your school. So with Digi Up Naithano, we're offering you a pen drive. In the pen drive, you have your audios, you have the teacher's interactive ebook. All you have to do is plug it into your computer and you're good to go. Our digital platform is Sala Digital. Upon adoption, the teacher has access to Sala Digital and the student has access to Sala Digital. There, the teachers can find videos, songs, audios, presentations, games, and much more.
A frog a day. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning, Mark Twain said. That sounds like a strange piece of advice at first, doesn't it? But think about it for a moment, and you might begin to understand the real meaning of this little tip. It isn't really about eating frogs. It's actually saying something about how you can do more with your time. In a nutshell, to eat a frog is to do a very important task.
We have your planning. Leave the teaching to you. We'll take care of the rest. So we have created year plans, trimestral plans, semester plans. We have daily plans. We have cross-curricular projects, your so-called DACs. We have inclusion worksheets. And better yet, we have an assessment section. In the assessment section, you can find diagnostic tests, you can find quizzes, suggested assessments. We have tests in 3 levels. We've created rubrics for your tests. We have grids where you can transfer your marks to. We have speaking cards for speaking interaction. And we have peer and self-assessment forms. In Sala Digital, we have a test generator. Within our test generator, we have a bank of pre-made tests. We also have a large bank of texts with comprehension questions, so you can cut and paste and make your own personal test. We have the teacher's interactive ebook, which is the teacher's best friend. You have all the modules, digital format, along with the workbook, the extensive reading, games, videos. This can be on the pen drive or you can download it from Sala Digital. Obviously, working with this tool is a fantastic tool. You have reading comprehension. You can go and define the words.
A dream job? Today's young people look up to the stars of the internet. They want to have successful careers online as YouTubers, gamers, or social media influencers. However, these jobs aren't always as fun as they look. Felix Kjellberg, PewDiePie, is someone who learned that the hard way. A dream job? Today's young people look up to the stars of the internet. They want to have successful careers online as YouTubers, gamers, or social media influencers. However, these jobs aren't always as fun as they look. Felix Kjellberg, PewDiePie, is someone who learned that the hard way. Felix first started his YouTube channel in 2010 and became a huge internet star almost immediately. His channel is one of the biggest around with over 100 million subscribers, and he has fans all over the world. However, Felix's success came with a cost. Between 2010 and 2020, his routine was extremely busy.
Switch up. Run into. Look up to. Step away from. Advantage. Attitude.
Present simple versus present continuous. Let's look at the sentences below. Samantha usually does her homework in her bedroom. Today, she is doing her homework in the living room. What's the difference between the two? The first sentence uses the present simple, and the second uses the present continuous. Keep watching to see why.
Basketball, handball, volleyball, sandboarding, stand-up paddleboarding, snowboarding.
One evening, a man came to visit Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson in London. He introduced himself as Dr. Mortimer and said that he needed their help. Strange things were happening in Dartmoor, the place he lived.
Do you know about the curse of the Baskerville family?
Asked Dr. Mortimer.
One legend I know is the curse of the Braganzas, or a maldição dos Braganzas in Portuguese. This legend comes from the 17th century, when King João IV of Portugal kicked a man who was begging for money and food in the street. The man responded by putting a curse
You shouldn't make any mistakes if you want to make your dreams come true. A. True. B. False.
The correct answer is
False. Which verb tense do we use for daily routines and habits? A. Present simple. B. Present continuous.
the correct answer is
Present simple.
You have a whole range of activities all in digital format, making teaching so much easier, especially correcting homework. You can project the exercises with the answers, easy for the students to correct, easy for you to go around the class and see who's doing the homework and who's not doing it. It is definitely the teacher's best friend, the tool you want to use in the 21st century. So we've listened to what you told us. We made the book cleaner, we cleaned up the graphics, we've created more exercises, we've scaffolded exercises, we've made it as inclusive as possible, we've simplified it, made it not only easier for the teacher but for the student, by keeping the same quality which we are used to giving you. So we hope that you take a serious look at our book. I am sure you will be very pleased with the result, and we can guarantee we can get your students to the level they need to get into the secondary. And for me, that is all for today. Wishing you a great day.